Hi, I'm Mr. Halterman. I'm glad you found this video. That also means you found the link to begin your course request process for next school year. I do hope you're well and healthy. I've been here in my home office working for the last couple of weeks, getting ready for next year. Yeah, believe it or not, the process of preparing scheduling and classes and everything begins, 6 to 8 months before the next school year even starts. It's that big of a process. And so I hope you understand that this course request process is also important. I would encourage you to not rush. Take your time. Also, don't panic. Things will work out. Follow the instructions. Please read carefully. I'm glad you're listening to this video. There's another one a little bit further down before you begin your electives selection process. Just try to make sure everything makes sense to wrap your brain around it. I have included a link, which I believe is, it's just above my head here. There's a link to download a template that is intended to help you visualize your schedule. You're going to be enrolled in some general, academic classes and then some elective classes. As you're in high school now, you kind of have to begin to keep track of your own credits. Each class, a semester class, gives you half a credit. Year long, 2 semesters gets you a whole credit. To graduate from Heritage, you have to have 26 credits. So as you think down the road in the classes you're going to take, as a 9th grader, 10th grader, 11th grader, 12th grader, you're aiming for 26 credits. And it's important for you to recognize that the classes you take are going to help you get there. For example, you've got to have 2 consecutive years. So that's 4 semesters of a foreign language. So if you take Spanish 1 this year, you want Spanish 2 next year. If you take French 1 this year, you want French 2 next year. You also have to have a semester of fine art, a credit of fine art, and a credit of PE. So anyways, I guess the point is, as you're moving into high school, we expect you to be a little bit more responsible for your own educational journey and keeping track of what classes you're going to take, where, and when. Okay? So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th graders, the process is very similar for all of you. Please carefully look at the different sections in these enrollment forms, these course request forms. It's going to be important that you look at your math, that you look at your the English is pretty straightforward, but you look at your math, you look at your science. You have to have 4 lab sciences. You have to have 4 math classes, algebra 1 or higher. You have to have 4 English classes. You have to have 4 history classes, and the rest are kind of your electives. So keep that in mind. With regard to math, try to make sure that you get this one right. And if you have questions, send me an email. Most of you did not get a chance to take the placement test, so we're going to put you basically where you were based on your transcript. For example, if you read below, you'll see some of this, but I'll just kind of mention it now. If you are coming in as a 9th grader, as a freshman, if you have not taken Algebra 1 yet, you must take Algebra 1. It doesn't matter if you think you're better than that, you have to take Algebra 1. You have to have a credit for it. Same thing if you want to take geometry, well, you have to take Algebra 1 first. If you want to take pre-calculus, well, you have to take Algebra 1 and geometry and Algebra 2 before you can do pre-calculus. So there's an order of things. So just make sure that you select a class that's on par with your abilities here, okay? If you think you're capable of more than what your transcript says, then you'll need to have a conversation with Mr. Carpenter, our math department chair, and he can help you make that determination, okay? Now as far as science goes, again, remember that you have some options there. If you're a 9th grader coming in, please pay attention to the instructions there. Not every freshman that wants biology is going to get it. It's going to depend mostly on your grades, okay? If you don't have a B+ average or higher, then we're not going to put you in biology. There's just too many people that want it, okay? So we're kind of having to make that determination based on academic commitment as assessed by your current grades. What else here? Sorry, I'm just looking at notes. I'm not ignoring you here. Just follow the process through. It's meant to be user-friendly, and again, I'm sorry it's not face-to-face. I really would love to get to meet all of you, and I'm sure we will at some point. But just work your way down through this course request process. Let me focus a second on that word request. I hope you understand that part of my job is to try to get you into the classes that you want, to try to give you your first choices, particularly when it comes to electives, and we'll revisit that further down in the process. But I also need you to understand that on our campus we have over 700 students, scholars, just like you, who really want classes too. And so my job is to kind of take what you want, okay, and what I have available as far as classrooms and teachers and space. And it's like the most insane game of Tetris that you've ever played. And if you don't know what Tetris is, ask your parents, they'll explain it to you. Anyways, work your way down through this process. Rely on that template that I provided you if you would like. It just kind of help you understand how things need to fit because you've got 2 semesters to fill. Okay. And I will see you again in just a few minutes when you start the electives process. I'll give you some more instruction there.